Right, everybody. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. And happy Nurses Week. We hope you guys are having an amazing week so far, and hopefully the hospitals and your workplaces are treating you well, and your families are treating you well. We are so excited to bring this presentation to you tonight, especially for nurses. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and share with you guys about how nurses are breaking free from the bedside every single day in this industry, and they are creating true freedom in their life. So before we really dive into things, I want you guys to really think about what's your why. Like there's a reason that you're here. It might be that you are, you want more income. Maybe you are unhappy in your job. You want to be able to spend more time with your families. Like whatever that reason is that you are here, there is a reason. And I want you to keep that close to you throughout this presentation. I want you, and even if you have like pen and paper down to write down notes, maybe write down some things as to like why you're here and what has drawn you into this opportunity. And like I said, keep it near and dear to you while we are going through all of this. So who are we? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Allie Hoffman. I used to be a cardiac ICU nurse. That's my main background. I've been a nurse for almost 9 years now. I am also a full-time stay-at-home mom. I have a 3-year-old son. I have a very deep passion for helping others, especially in their overall wellness. I am a business mentor here in this opportunity, and I am also helping nurses getting to those 5 to 6 figure months. So they have that, once again, true time freedom, and they are able to leave the bedside if they so wish. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my story before we move on, and then Abby will go ahead and share hers. Like I said, I've been a nurse for almost 9 years, and I have a son who just turned 3 years old. And I was kind of naive. I will admit that whenever I had my son, I thought like, we'll just get childcare and I'll go back to work and it'll be fine. And it wasn't. It's really hard. Like you just don't know until you have a kid and you don't know how it's going to be. And really, it was hard to go back to work. And so I tried. I went back PRN for a little bit, but I quit, and I kind of feel like I lost myself. I didn't have anything for me. I've always been very independent. I've always worked, always had my own money. So it was a very hard transition between having the child and really like losing that part of me, because for me, in my eyes, I thought I was always going to be a nurse and that was it. There was no other things for me like on the horizon. And so again, when my son got a little bit older, I tried to go back to work, and I still, felt like I was missing out. I was texting my husband, asking him like, how did the morning go? How did drop off go? And it just broke my heart to have to put my son to bed the night before and tell him, you're not going to see mommy until I pick you up from school tomorrow afternoon. So really just like feeling like I was missing out, and I've always been called home. So more of the story is I've always been called home to be home with my family, and I really truly feel that that's where my best work is, and that's my number one priority. However, I still have always wanted something for myself. Um, I want to be able to contribute to my family financially and also to make an impact on other families as well. And that's really what this opportunity has here. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Abby.
Hi, my name is Abby. I have been an ICURN for 4 years. I used to do the 9 to 5 thing, and then I got out of that. It didn't feel right. I currently, passions are I'm a certified master gardener, so I love all things plants and herbs. And right now I'm striving to do this life thing the way that I want to. And with that, just being a big freedom seeker, looking for anything that I can do on my own terms, basically. So, a little bit about my story. I have been a nurse like in total for 4 years, and all of that has been in the ICU. I didn't have any prior like tech experience or hospital experience before jumping into that. And I love my job. I love being an ICU nurse. I love critical care. It is extremely rewarding and extremely gratifying. And you walk out in the morning some days and you're like, man, like saved somebody's life last night, or like made a really big impact on my little old patient. And those moments feel really good, but at the same time, you were like, oh my gosh, I am freaking exhausted. It's an exhausting job. Being on your feet for 12 hours, doing all the things, wearing the 7 hats that we have to wear in one shift. It's exhausting. So even though I love my job, I still like every day I'm like, this is not the end goal. Like there's gotta be something else out there better than 12-hour shifts on my feet, pouring my whole heart and physical effort into one shift after shift. So that's when I started looking for other opportunities and like I said, I'm striving to do life the way that I want to. And with that, I'm looking for like more time freedom. And this opportunity fell in my lap and it was a yes. So we're doing this. And that's just a little bit about
Yes.
my story and how I landed here.
Yes, amazing. And Abby, before we move on, I'm just going to add something because I feel like I tried not to talk too long.
Right.
But about mine, but truly, when you say that, you feel like you are pouring your all into these people, and it is very rewarding, and a lot of
Yep.
times when you do save somebody, you're like, wow, like that, like I did that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you come home to your families and especially on night shift, you come home to your families and you've literally got nothing left to give.
Nothing.
Like you were just so physically, mentally, emotionally drained. And
Done.
it's just tough, it is so tough. So like, yeah, totally, totally, I think everybody can relate to that. We all have those
Yep.
days. So yeah, very well said. But I'm like, I have to add this in here. So we'll move on.
All right, guys. So ask yourself this question. Is the way that you are currently making money going to pay you for the rest of your life? Or let's say, if you stop working tomorrow, is your job still going to continue to pay you? Is your job going to continue to pay you in a month, in a year if you quit working there? So just keep that in mind. All right, so the most desired commodity is time. Like we all want that time freedom. We want the time to be at home. We want the time to spend with our families, our friends, our loved ones, doing the things that we want to do. So with the current jobs that we're working right now, all we're doing is trading time for money. And if you continue down that route, you're going to be trading time for money until you're 65. Or you can start building an automated business where you put in work for 3 to 5 years, and then after that, it just becomes an automated thing. So you are getting back so much time that you would be wasting if you kept doing the usual 40 hours a week until you're 65. And then the key to the time freedom is entrepreneurship. So how do you get started as an entrepreneur? Well, you need a product that resonates with you and that you believe that other humans can benefit from. And you need a supportive community and a supportive platform. And that's what this has. So we have a life-changing, health-enhancing product. And we have a team of super supportive people that are here 24/7 for you. And then with that, we also have endless tools, endless training, and endless platforms just full of information to support you along your journey of being an entrepreneur. So what is the company and the product that will support you to become your entrepreneur self? The company is Enagic. So they are a 50-year-old company. They just celebrated their 50th birthday, and they're based out of Japan. They are the leading manufacturer of specialized high quality water ionizers. And their main product is the Kangen water ionizer. This product produces the world's most potent antioxidant through molecular hydration. And if you look that up, molecular hydration is just antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, just all great things. Other products by Enagic are the Anespa Home Spa. So that's just it's a super shower filter. It filters out all the bacteria. It filters out chlorine, and it also remineralizes the water for you as you are taking your shower or bath. And then we have the Ukon turmeric, and turmeric is just also, it's an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antioxidant.
All right, thank you, Abby. So let's talk more about the Kangen water machine because that is the main product that Enagic offers. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, we are solving a problem here that's affecting literally millions of people worldwide. Because everyone on this planet drinks water to survive, right? And our solution is helping everybody on the planet again because we all drink water. So, and what is the problem here? Our drinking water is actually contaminated and it is quote unquote dead because the Kangen machine produces what we call living water, and we're going to get into that in just a second. So this is a really great visual, and as healthcare professionals, we all know that our body is made up of at least 70% water, and so if we are dehydrated, we all know that that can cause all of our different systems in our body to, cause problems. So for optimal health, we really need to make sure we are properly hydrating. So, and to get into some truth about our water, there are no legal limits for more than 160 of the unregulated contaminants in the US tap water. And this is the EWG. You can look it up. You can go in there and you can search your zip code and you can see where, like, what your water is, testing at and where you live specifically. And this is not something, unfortunately, that they test often. I mean, these regulations, it's been years, like it depends on, I think, where you live. But I think the other day I looked it up in my mom's zip code and it was like 10 years they hadn't, done the regulations and, redone the limits, which is just insane. So here's the problem with the water. As you can see, all these visuals and a lot of these slides we're going to go through. You guys are welcome to come back and, rewatch things, but we're just for the sake of time, we want to try to get through things a little bit quicker. Don't want to take up too much of your time, but pesticides, bacteria, microplastics, pharmaceuticals, hormones, fluoride, chlorine, heavy metals, not good. So why are these things not the solution? Because I know a lot of people will say, well, what about reverse osmosis, which I had one of those in my old house before I, joined this business and I didn't really know about it. So bottled water is full of microplastics, you guys. It's basically made and it sits in a warehouse, probably in the heat for God knows how long, before it gets to your store and then you consume it. So, it's sitting there, it's carrying the bacteria, the reverse osmosis. They are very, very small, so they don't filter through the same as the water molecule. All the minerals are getting taken out of the water, and it's still going to have like the pesticides and herbicides. And same with spring water. There could be runoff. Animals could be defecating near the spring. There could be the runoff. All that nastiness is getting into the spring. And then same with well water. Pharmaceuticals and all that stuff. The runoff can contaminate your water. So we need proper pre-filtration and water ionization, and that is going to yield you the cleanest, healthiest, high quality grade water. So now we're going to get more into like the science a little bit, which is like one of my favorite things to talk about. I really nerd out on this, so I'm going to try to make it brief. But the molecular hydrogen is what the Kangen water or Kangen machine produces. H2 is created by the process of electrolysis in the Kangen water machine, versus like when you go to the store and you think you're buying alkaline water, it's actually something they've added to the water. So that stuff is not safe. And I always like to say, these are completely different than those because those are really not safe for you. We all know if we drink too much of that, it's going to cause alkalosis in the body, and we don't want that, right? So the electrolysis occurs when the water molecules become microclustered. And so the hydrogen molecule separates from the oxygen molecule and gains a negative charge, which is then creating the molecular hydrogen. And so this molecular hydrogen has like hundreds, like on here, it says 170 therapeutic uses. And if you go and research, which we'll get into that in a minute, you're going to find that this is a therapeutic agent for many different diseases. And it is literally the world's most potent antioxidant that you can get on the planet. Like one glass of this water is the equivalent to eating 5 pints of blueberries. It's insane. And it has anti-inflammatory properties, anti-tumor, anti-diabetic, and anti-aging. And a lot of people always say, like, you can tell that they're drinking Kangen water because their skin is glowing. And I agree with that. And literally, we all drink water every single day. So why not drink hydrogen-rich water? Because it's a very easy way to really support your overall health. So, and like I just mentioned before, so, a lot of you were probably thinking like, oh, I've never heard of this. This is super interesting because that's how I was when I first learned about this. And we all know as nurses that we don't want to just Google, we don't want to look on Wikipedia. We need to make sure that we're checking the right sources for our information. So when you do search, make sure that you are searching molecular hydrogen right here or electrolyzed reduced water. Make sure you're using that verbiage and you are using a legitimate source such as PubMed or Google Scholar, okay? All right, Abby, take it away.
All right, so just a little bit more about the company Enagic. Like I said, they're Japanese based. They've been around for 50 years now. And kind of how they, like their premises on how they got all of this is they hired a research scientist who mapped out the structure of the water in the blue zones of the world. Blue zones are where people live to be over 100 years old. And I looked into these and thought this was super interesting. And there's actually one over in California too. But that's what they're trying to mimic with this water. So in these areas, if you've heard the phrase, people are a product of their environment, people in these areas are literally living to be over 100 years old. And so we're just trying to mimic that here with all this anti-aging, antioxidative benefits of the Kangen water. And these are certifications. You can find these right on Enagic's website. They're FDA certified, and they're also a medical device manufacturer. They have a medical device manufacturing license. So with that, this machine and the water from the machine, you can literally bring it through the airport with you and onto the plane because it's medical grade water. And Enagic is all over the globe. They are in currently 26 countries and 43 locations, and they're always expanding. So you'll see them in more places as well, but they're literally a global phenomenon. All right, so this is kind of how the business part of everything goes. So quick overview, it is a high ticket product, which means that for your sales, you're going to get high prices back. So you're going to get thousands paid out for sales with their products. And they use social media marketing because that's just how you have your more reach to people all over the world. And it is set up to where it's sales automated. So once you get everything going, it's all just an automated function in the end to where you get more of your time back. And like we said before, there's tons of training and resources on how to master all of that. All right, so automation equals time freedom. So once everything is automated, you get more of your time back. That's the ultimate goal here, and that's what this company and product allows. So for this example, for daily automations and how things work, you have a lead, they click on your ad or they comment on one of your posts. That leads them to fill out a form and watch one of your master classes, just like this one that you're watching here with us. And then they just get signed up to start and they start bringing in their own leads and everyone's earning high income commissions. All right, so again, just a little overview. So how things go, you have your leads watch your masterclass, then you get them into the training platform, which is TFE, and that's the platform that has all of the tools and support. And then once they're into the TFE, they complete a discovery process and you get your person on a call with your sponsor. And once they complete all those, then they can turn right back around and get started and launch their high ticket business. It's very simple.
Right. Thank you, Abby. We are now going to get into the commission structure. I think probably what everybody's been waiting for. So there's a lot of numbers here. There's some verbiage that you guys probably don't know or you're not familiar with yet. The main thing that I want you guys to take away from this slide and the numbers are what's possible here. So if you see, it goes 1 through 6A, and these are the ranks as they go in order. So literally most people are coming in and they are 2A to start. So as you can see here, from one transaction, $1,500. $1,800, and then it just goes up. And I also want to note that these are not necessarily from a direct sale, if you will. It's, say this really goes in, we really work as a team here. So like we're all winning. So when we bring somebody on, there's multiple of us that are getting payouts like this. This company is very, very generous. So I just want to point that out. And again, do not worry about like the different ranks right now. Don't worry about like the stuff at the top here. This is just something I wanted you guys to be able to see the power of it. That like, if you are really looking to leave the bedside or you're looking to get out of debt or whatever your why is, that why you're here, it's very, very doable to be walking away with $10,000 a month. That is literally what we do here. That's the minimum that we encourage people to be going after every single month in this business. Of course, you can do it however you want because it's your business, but just want you guys to be able to see the power of this compensation plan. And I think you're gonna like the next slide even better. So this is, and again, don't get like hung up on the ranks and everything like that. I know it looks like a lot. You will learn about all of this if joining the business, but I just wanted to come in here and kind of go over the legacy bonus. So as you see, once you hit 6A, just like in the slide before, that's when you're going to unlock these bonuses. And the higher you go up, the more bonuses you're going to unlock. But this one right here is what I really want you to understand. This one right here is what we're all striving for. 6A2-3, you're not only are you gonna get a $25,000 bonus, but this unlocks you to have legacy income, or some other people will know it as generational wealth. So this is going to give you $5,000 a month bonus for life. And this is something that you can will to your children, and you can will it down actually for 3 generations. It's pretty incredible. So this is something for me personally that really stuck out to me because I'm a parent, and just being able to know that I have the opportunity to leave something behind for my son and the generations after him as well is very, very powerful. And if you look at how it goes, the higher up you get, the more you go into your business. And you look at here, this top one, $80,000 a month for not doing anything. It's literally passive. So I want you guys to see how powerful this is. Don't get overwhelmed by it. You don't have to understand it right now, but it's just us showing you the power of this compensation plan. And it is a 8-point patented compensation plan. So there's no other company in the world that has this compensation plan. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you truly desire a different life? Because think about that. Like if you want to make a different life for yourself, you're gonna have to work at it, right? Just like we went through nursing school, or if you're in a different healthcare profession, you had to go through school, you had to, work up to being able to do that job and that calling. So you have 3 different choices here. You can stay in your current situation, whatever it is, you're at the bedside, you hate your job, you're burnt out, you're exhausted. Stay there until you're able to retire. Who knows if it'll be 65, will it be 70? How long are you going to work? And that's if you physically can, because the nursing is so demanding on the body, right? Or you can change jobs. You can try to find, something work from home, something corporate, or if you're not working right now, find something in a hospital system or, some type of corporate job where you are still having to work to somebody else's schedule. You're having to ask for time off. You're having to, use PTO when you want time off. If you don't have PTO, then forget it. Or your other option is you can join us and you can start taking the steps towards living your dream life and putting in the work. So you are probably wondering now, like, this is amazing. How do I get started? And we're going to go into that right now. So this is what Abby was referring to earlier of the Academy. There's a couple different names for it. So you hear us call it either the Academy or the Freedom Era. And it's literally like a digital playground. So this is something that's going to bring freedom to your business. It's all in one place. It's literally like a one-stop shop that you need for your automation, your training, mindset work, everything. Like it's really an incredible opportunity, to be able to grow your business inside there. And for me, I would say, like, I kind of think of it as like, as nurses, we are really like, we're lifelong learners. We're constantly keeping up on, the new technologies and our CEs and all those things and our certifications that we have to get all those CEUs for and our ACLS, our BLS, all those things. So this is kind of like that, where it's like your one-stop shop to literally like learn everything that you need to learn. So inside this platform, we teach you how to leverage your business on social media, like Abby was saying before, everything that you need to learn how, like people come into this with zero experience and they have everything they need in that platform. Um, we provide you the support to partner with the high profit offer of Enagic, and we provide you all of the automated tools and systems and mentorship so that you in one place so that you can take action right away and that you can see success. So inside of this platform, inside of the Freedom Era, we will have you go through the discovery process. And this really is a very powerful and insightful exercise that you would go through. And it's something I think everybody should do, because what it's going to do is it's really going to help you get crystal clear on like, what do you want for your life? What do you want for your life right now? What are you not happy with? And what do you want your future to look like? And really helping you claim like, what are you going to tolerate going forward and not tolerate in your life? And really to claim, what kind of income you want to make moving forward, and really paint the picture of what you want your dream life to look like. And so this really does a great job of breaking down exactly how the offer that we have works. And then after you finish this discovery process inside of the platform, you will then get on a call with your sponsor. And then once that's completed. So, and then another thing too, inside of the Freedom Era, once you join Enagic, you will go through, they have a really great Launch Your Business course, and it literally goes step by step through everything that you need to know to launch your business. Like there's no gaps in there. Like I said, they literally have set this up so that way people who are brand new have like no social media really, people are coming in and starting from scratch. We're starting a new Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. So that it really gives you the tools to be able to be successful. So something that you can, you launch your business and you can make sales within your first 30 days. And the reason I put money mindset on this slide is because they do have a lot of money mindset work in there. And I think a lot of us, when we work for somebody and, we're going to a job and we're clocking in, we're a nurse, we work for somebody, we are in that employee mindset, where you really need, when you become an entrepreneur, you really need to shift that mindset into a CEO mindset or an investor mindset, and knowing that like the power of investing in yourself is very, very powerful. So this is a little bit, you guys kind of already got some of this in there, but this is just a glimpse into our community, what we have at the Freedom Era and the Academy, what the resources that we have, the Launch Your Business, the ads training. I mean, like I said, again, there's so much in there to check out. Like everything that you need for your business is inside this platform. It's very incredible. We have weekly team calls, so you are supported. There's constant support, one-on-one mentorship. Honestly, we all pretty much talk every single day. We're very, very tight knit, actually become like really, really great friends. So it's another beautiful thing about this. We have retreats and masterminds. And again, we use like WhatsApp chat because it's, that's our platform basically that we all communicate on. And we're really bouncing ideas off of each other and providing a ton of support every single day to each other. And then we do have other team specific resources as well. So what would come next for you? So reach out to the person who invited you here. You will join our platform, the Freedom Era, what we've been talking about the last few slides, and then have you complete the discovery process. And we are offering some fast action bonuses. We are going to reward people who are taking fast action, who are jumping in, who are taking charge of their life, grabbing the bull by the horns. And if you jump into the Academy in the next 48 hours, you will receive a bonus coaching call with your sponsor to really map out your specific goals. If you're somebody who wants to be making $20,000 a month, all right, let's go. Let's get on a call and we will map out a tailored plan, a game plan for you, so that way you can reach your goals in the time frame that you want to reach them. And then also the people who complete the discovery process and start their business in the next 7 days are also eligible for some additional bonuses. So I am going to leave you guys with this last little nugget. and I love this saying, in order to get your money, in order to get your time and your money back, you must be willing to invest both your time and your money to do so. It's just like that investing, like I said before, because nothing changes if nothing changes. If you leave this webinar, if you leave this video and you just go on with your life and you don't change anything, things in your life aren't going to change. Chances are they're literally going to stay the same or they might get worse. Things don't always fall into our lap. We really have to. Abby got lucky this fell into her lap. Not really, I'm just kidding. But, we have to make the change. We have to, like I said, take the bull by the horns and really take control of our lives. So I am empowering you to reach out to the person who got you here. You probably have a ton of questions. We're here to help you. We're here to support you through this. And yeah, we're all ears for questions. So Abby, is there anything else that you want to add?
Actually, there is. Just one little
Okay.
thing I want to add just for like perspective. So
Yeah.
for me, for example, like I said, I've been a nurse for 4 years. When I first jumped into nursing school, so that would have been like 8 years ago, I knew nothing about being a nurse or what it actually entailed. I knew absolutely nothing. So graduated nursing school a couple of years later. Okay, I have the education, I had the tools, but I still never did it. Still was never a nurse. So then 4 years later now, I've done all the things I've learned and I'm a great nurse. So just for perspective, like if you can start something brand new, if you look back at how long ago it's been since you first started being a nurse, you didn't know anything, but then you look at yourself now and you're a great freaking nurse. So just take that into perspective about what this can turn into for you. So just think about that. And then I also just want to add in again, happy International Nurses Appreciation Week. You guys are all rock stars.
Yes, thank you, Abby. I love that perspective. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. That's true. We can all definitely think back to day one. We all have a day one, but if you stick to it and you don't give up, like you're really going to see some massive changes, like 6 months, a year from now, 5 years from now. So I love that perspective. Thank you so much for changing or for sharing that. And that is all we have for you all tonight. Again, happy Nurses Week. Reach out to us. We're here to help you. We're here to support you and answer all of your questions. And we look forward to connecting with you all.